Hey everybody, my name is Mike Krupa, and today I am going to walk through a tool that CGO as a firm just got access to on behalf of our clients and prospective clients called Gradient AI. Now this tool has been around for a while. Actually, stop-loss carriers have been using it to build risk profiles for a few years right now. But now us as a firm, we have access to it. And essentially what Gradient AI does is it collects information, reports it back in a de-identified format, but collects information based on 315 million Americans' health insurance claims. And it brings that back up to an overall profile. And I'm going to share the results of some of the output that we get for that profile, but specifically talk about how we can use this data to help our clients and prospective clients when they don't have access to their own data. It's just a dashboard. There's actually a lot more information available. But I'm going to identify 3 different areas where I think this would be a great use of a tool like Gradient AI. Say you are a fully insured employer, I don't know, let's call it 90 employees, and you're with a major health insurance carrier on a fully insured plan. And that major health insurance carrier is telling you, you don't get access to any data if you're under 100 lives. Now, this is common in the marketplace. We see it with United Healthcare on their fully insured plans. And so this creates a need in the marketplace. Well, what if that client wanted to look at self-funding? Well, they can't even really look at self-funding if they don't have claims experience, because a stop-loss underwriter in the lack of claims experience is going to be conservative with their estimates. So we need data to be able to procure a good self-funded quote. And when we're thinking about fully insured employers who are considering a move to self-funding, this would be a great tool, because essentially what you do is you upload a census file. It matches you based on the number of total members that you uploaded within that population, members being employees, spouses, and children. And it gives you a match rate. They've identified that 93.1% of the 174 people were identified. We've been able to collect claims data, and now we have a risk profile for this group, right? It talks about things like high-cost drugs, top conditions. It gives us a demographic score compared to 1.0, a morbidity score compared to 1.0, even some predictions on the highest cost claimants. So super important for an employer that doesn't have any data today. So a couple of different areas besides exploring self-funding this could be extremely helpful for. If you're a heavy acquisitive company. We work with some car dealerships who are acquiring 5 different dealerships a year. Wouldn't it be great before you acquired a dealership to know what kind of risk you were stepping into? Or even after you've acquired that dealership and you're deciding, should they come onto our health plan? Should they stay on their own? Now you have some data to support it, because it is very challenging to get that data for an acquisition at times. So this could be extremely helpful. The other case I see, you're exiting a PEO. Now, if you're exiting a PEO, you definitely are not going to have any data on your health insurance plan, but you have to know, if you're going to go out in the open marketplace, does it even make sense to do that? And the typical process is you go out, you get health insurance quotes, you see what you come back, and then you make a decision on whether you're going to exit that PEO or not. Now you can do that before you actually go out and get quotes. So let's analyze based on the experience that's out there that Gradient can collect. Let's analyze if that is going to be a good decision or not to leave the PEO before we actually go out and do the analysis. So point is there's a lot of good use cases, but if you're an employer and you are frustrated because you are not seeing any of your health insurance data and your insurance carriers are telling you that none of it's available, now we have a way to find that. If you're interested in learning more, please feel free to reach out to me directly. Thanks.